It's time for another Dun Dun anime review. Skullface Bookseller, Hondo-san. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hondo-san is a skeleton, but more importantly, he's a bookseller. And then he tells you firsthand experiences that the job of a bookstore employee is more challenging than it may seem to the average customer. Alongside his equally eccentric co-workers, Hondo-san constantly deals with the stressful requirements of the bookselling industry, from the drama of receiving new titles without their bonus materials to the struggling of providing quality service to the customers who speak a different language. The work of a skeleton bookseller never ends. Nevertheless, despite the hardship he faces, Hondo-san thoroughly enjoys his job and strives to bring the best book selection and service to his customers. This anime has about 12 episodes. It premiered October 8, 2018, December 24, 2018. It has a side story and another alteration setting. It is based off the popular manga series. It is comedy slice of life. Each episode 11 minutes per episode and it's rated PG-13. Now let's get started into the review. What I really like about Skullface Bookseller Hana-san is that it shows the emphasis and reality of what it's like to work in a bookstore. And honestly, it's kind of interesting. It's really hilarious because it kind of depicts the type of Japanese culture of bookstore staff handling day-to-day operations. And I also feel like the main character himself, which is the humanoid skeleton, is wrestling with his own thoughts and how to interact with the characters and how to provide this customer service. And it's just really cute because he kind of like battles against his own thoughts, against his customers that come on the shop on a daily basis, ranging from young to old, with perfectly to normal or obscenely random choices of manga, whether that be erratic, boy love, white girl love, and so on and so forth. But he's not alone. He has help from his co-workers who are all, in some aspect, have not very humanoid faces, except for some of them, but they're kind of covered or obstructed by a form of object on their heads. And each of them will kind of deal with their own sections of the books in the bookstore. And I think that's kind of funny because there are a lot of laughing puns, a lot of jokes here and there. And, seeing the different book companies kind of pushing themselves to negotiate the usual different deals like shipping and packaging and receiving stock. But I'm not talking about just that, though. Even though poor, and I mean poor Hans skeleton Hondo-san, he does a great job trying to handle the best of his abilities, and you see his effort he puts forth as a bookstore employee. And with that, the antics of his day-to-day coworker, how they kind of like quiz each other. It's like, oh, if the customer comes up with this type of request, how are you going to answer it? And they're very, very, very eccentric personality, which makes this anime spot on. Even though it's being a very short 11-minute episode that spans around 12 minutes. I think Hana-san and his coworkers go through it and just make you laugh through each episode. I think that's kind of what you enjoy with that kind of experience with any type of anime. And I feel like how they humanize these characters with these expressive voices and the dialogue and how they react with all the customers. The half employees don't even have faces. And I just think that you come to love these characters and you love to care for them and like root them on. And the art style is very simple, it's very minimalistic, but I think even in this animation, it doesn't need a lot of it. You kind of get the general gist with the limited drawing style it is placed in this anime, and the show is very perfect. It puts you at ease, it calms you down, and don't forget the amazing voice actors who kind of bring these characters to life, along with the catchy end song and the opening song that kind of brings it to the anime to full fruition. I think honestly you can easily watch this in one sitting. I recommend you kind of do it because it's really enjoyable. But it's kind of funny how all the characters seem to complain about their struggles, and as they try to stock shelves and stock their book, I think it's really cute how they kind of interact with the characters and try their best ability to fulfill their request. And you kind of see more of the customers taste in the manga in the show. And I think it's kind of the behind the scenes of how they operate bookstore from opening it to closing it. I think it's really good anime to watch lightheartedly with your friends or your family. And with the aspect of selling manga, especially in a manga comic bookstore where the anime kind of placed in, I think it's really interesting how you depict this lifestyle, a working lifestyle of a skeleton guy who's literally wearing normal clothes, and it doesn't seem to freak out any of the other customers, yet these same employees are, a mummy, a girl with a pumpkin head, and etc. And I think that kind of weird aspect to it for the viewer myself shows that the anime progression is not only used to seeing a human character or some type of humanoid or hybrid or different type of race as the main character. It kind of protects the typical comedic antics and humor, which I really enjoy. I was really fascinated to see how a bookstore really operates on its daily basis and on the hectic life of the employees. Because if you know anything about retail and fast food, I have been in fast food for 4 years, so I kind of understand the feeling. And you've been dealt with a kind of request, and I was kind of intrigued to see like the retail aspect side of it, especially in a bookstore, how the store keeps track of their sales, their mangas, their comics, etc., and the relationship that they form with the bookstore's employee. It's a great character development between them and their customers, and it's kind of funny how they kind of make subtle like anime references here and there. Some people might recognize automatically, but I think overall they did a good job. And this was like a short like episode anime plotted like comedic gold, and I wish there was more of it. Definitely read the manga if you haven't already, but definitely check it out. I think this is one anime that like kind of slipped underneath a lot of people's radar. One of those hidden gems, which I think people should definitely go back and take a look at it, because I think it's just one of those easy go anime that you can easily relax and like veg out to, but also enjoy with the comedic antics and puns and scenarios that they have in the anime series that I really enjoyed a lot. I definitely give it a 10 out of 10, and definitely check it out for yourself and let me know what you guys think. But until then, bye.